I'm Sporty, and this is Ange, and we're from Mostly Mindful. At Mostly Mindful, we encourage you to buy less, do more,
and live simply and sustainably in the city.
We also like to encourage you to optimize your life every now and again.
More about that in the description.
Yes. So today we are talking about how to let go of sentimental items. The issue with hanging on to sentimental items is that they can get lost, they can get stolen, or they can be damaged. In fact, Angela's got a story about a favorite jersey that she can tell you.
Yeah, and the thing about this, so to Sporty's point, most of the time we are sentimental about things and that person maybe has passed on or whatever, and then you think, I need to be able to remember them. My sentimental thing, my mum she knitted me a jersey when I was in my early 20s. It was awesome. It was such an 80s jersey. It was white and fluffy and warm and had a big Mickey Mouse on the front. And I put it on the wrong wash setting, and it came out the machine completely and utterly ruined. It was stretched in every direction, and I remember collapsing on the floor and doing the ugly cry. I was absolutely devastated. And the thing is, at that point, my mom was around. She was absolutely fine. But the point is, you become so attached to the thing that you become unreasonable. So, yeah, that's my story. And now we've got a solution for it.
Yeah. So what we've been practicing over the years is exchanging those items for memories. And we'll go into the benefits of that in a moment. But I'll let you know, for me, the way I like to remember my mom is she has got an absolute love for coffee. It's beyond ridiculous how much she loves it. And I've also pretty much over the years developed that love. So whenever we go out for a coffee, or I see or I smell really good coffee, it reminds me of her. And also, just by the by, we would eat a lot of croissants at home because we're German, and that's what they eat for breakfast. Well, our family did anyway. So if there's a coffee and a croissant in the house, I remember my mom.
I think for me, we got into this habit after my mum passed away. So my mum, she had such a sweet tooth. She loved cakes and chocolates and that, and biscuits and that kind of thing. So for me, whenever we go shopping and you go into the bakery section of the store, I'll just stop and I'll look for a moment and I'll think, my mum would have loved this, or this was her favorite thing, or whatever. I don't have any, both my parents have passed away and my brother, and I don't have any physical things. I've got a small pile of photographs, which I'll talk about separately, but I don't have any things, because when I'm out and about in the world, I've got all these prompts for helping me remember my parents. So my mom and her cakes, and my dad's, if I see biltong, which is the South African version of, I think it's called beef jerky in the States, it reminds me of a really funny memory when we were little and he gave us biltong and bread for supper because my mom was in hospital. So there's just these prompts all over the place that we use instead of sentimental items.
Another favorite one of ours is because both our mums love flowers and plants. Whenever we go to a nursery or maybe go walking in a garden or botanical gardens, then we both remember our mums with such fondness.
Yeah, it's just, if you just look around and you see we just go on our evening walks, and then I'll stop and look because there's so many flowers in our area. And then my mum always springs to mind because of, her love of bright, beautiful flowers.
Yeah, she'd always point them out. Another thing we like to do is celebrate our favorite peeps' birthdays. So whenever it's Angie's mom or dad's birthday or mine, we'll go out for, in my case, we'll go out for a coffee and something. In fact, for your mom as well, because she loved cappuccinos. So we'll go out for a coffee and a cake or something like that. And I don't know what we do for Tace.
No, for my dad, all we can do is look at as vegans. We're not going to eat that stuff, but we'll look at the biltong stand very briefly and think of him. So there are actually like great benefits to using this approach to remembering people and situations rather than relying on stuff. The first is that, like we said, if you're hanging on to things, anything can happen to those things, and then you'll be devastated when they're broken or stolen, or in my case, badly washed. But nobody can take away your memories. Your memories are with you always. And the other nice part in conjunction with that is there are prompts all around you all the time that will cue up those memories for you. So I could be shopping and then I see a cake and my mom in that situation, or we'll have coffee together and then you'll think of your mom. My mom also for some reason loved pointing out different colored cars. So if I see an oddly colored car, yes, I'm like and my dad also liked cars. So there are prompts everywhere. So that's a huge benefit. And then also it helps you practice hone your memory muscle, and build new neural pathways. You're not just relying on an item to help you remember someone, because generally what happens, like if you've got a thing, say for instance a vase, if you look at the vase you remember, it was my grand's. But if you're out in the world, situations will prompt you to remember of experiences you had with your gran, which I think it's so much
deeper.
Yeah, it's deeper.
More
exactly.
Meaningful.
Yeah. Exactly. So that's what we do.
Then for those of you who are going to find this very difficult, and actually I'll let you tell the story because you found the concept.
Yeah, so I mean, Sporty and I have a few sentimental things, but obviously we're kind of encouraging people to let go, and that's difficult for a lot of you. And I found a video by our friend Marissa, who's got a YouTube channel called A to Zen, and she did a video on having an actual memory box. So it kind of persuades you to have just a few very special things in your box. So if you're someone who feels the need to hold on to stuff, I'll share that video in the description and you can see how her and her family go about it. So you can still have your sentimental items, just not cluttering up your entire house.
Quite a nice sort of compact solution. And this just sprang to mind. It has almost a sort of ceremonial feel to it, so you have a special place. The box can be a beautiful box that you decorate or something. And then perhaps you have certain times where you take it out and take a look, or maybe it's even a joint thing between you and family members or something like that. It's very, very nice idea.
One last point, just going back to the photographs. I've still got a small packet. Like I said, I've got no things left from my family, but I've got a small packet of photographs which I'm holding on to. That's obviously my own stuff or whatever, but I haven't looked at it in probably years. And the problem that personally I have with photographs is that it bring up a sense of nostalgia that leaves me feeling a bit sad. And I don't know, I mean, maybe it's different for other people. It'd be interesting to hear what you think. But I don't like the idea of relying on photographs to remember things. I love our idea, going out there and, it hasn't gotten old. My mum passed away more than 10 years ago, and we still
it's pretty much a daily thing. Flowers and cakes are everywhere.
Yeah,
so quite lovely. that's it from us, folks. We hope it's been helpful. And let us know in the comments below if you have any interesting solutions for this, or if you're struggling, or anything. Be lovely to hear from you.
Let us know if you tried our approach to memories instead of hanging on to stuff.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell.
Because it puts us in front of more like-minded people, just like you. Hippie vibes from Cape Town. See you next Friday.
Bye. Why is my face so bright and yours so dark?
Because I'm mysterious and you full of energy. What are we going to do for a thumbnail? I mean, how do you show memories? Your face.
Pink and blue will never do, because all the boys will wink at you.
That was Elsie.
Was it Elsie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
We didn't go to school at the same time, though. You, Elsie, and me. Sorry.
Still on the smokes.
Still on the smokes, you all. Yes. Anywho, so the topic for today is... We don't even have a title for the thing.